Hey, beautiful people. Happy new week. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing? I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I'm just checking out to see who is live so they can join me. Looks like not many people. That's okay. They can watch the replay later. So, hey, it's me again, Veronica Modupe Yusuf, your career transformation coach. Um, yes, so we are going to carry on the Getting into IT series, which I've been doing for nearly, say, 3 weeks now. Now I'm looking to bring on a guest to join me. Hopefully, I can get her to come on next week. So you need to make sure that you're tuned in, um, yes, to listen to that amazing episode. Right. So yes, my name is Veronica Modupe Yusuf. I'm a career transformation coach, and I'm on a mission to help women, especially women of color, who are not technical but are interested in getting into the tech space. I help them to leverage their transferable skills. I guide them through relevant skills and competencies that they need to build and develop in order to make a successful transition into IT without a technical background. There you go. So today, an interesting one. Yes, just to let you know. So over the weekend, we did start the first cohort for 2021. Amazing ladies. They are really pumped and ready, driven to go. We have had back-to-back sessions with them, working through mindset, which is a new part of the program that I introduced this year, and I think it was really amazing. And because they felt like, yes, ready, we can do anything. So that is a new add-on that I included into my CSEP framework. So we've gone through all of that, I think about 3 modules, and then we are at the point of going through what I call skills gap analysis. And essentially what that means is you will go through a set of activities in order for you to be able to identify that career path within IT that is best suited to you based on your existing skills, your personality type, your competencies, and above all, what it is you are really looking for. So that is an exercise that I go through with my clients, and we did that over the weekend. So we are done with the C out of the CSEP framework. So the clarity side of things we have completed. Now today I am really keen to talk about an interesting question that was raised by one of the ladies during my coaching program, and it is really around professional certification. So you hear me talk a lot about the fact that you do not necessarily require a technical background to get into tech, but that doesn't mean that you just come as you are. Yes, you can come as you are technically, because what I promote, what I say is possible is that you can actually start by leveraging your skills, your existing skills that can be transferable. But you see, that is not the end of it. But what that does for you is that it positions you so you're not starting from ground zero. So you've got something. For instance, you are maybe thinking of getting into IT project management, and maybe you have actually, managed projects before, but of course not in the IT space. Maybe in your day-to-day living, you probably even planned a wedding for a friend. You have, managed, worked for a not-for-profit organization, and you've managed a project. You've planned a project from beginning of a project to completion. So that is something that you can actually leverage as a skill if you're looking to get into project management within the IT space. So that is kind of what I talk about. But then that is, yes, you can put that on your CV for definite. I'm a big believer that you shouldn't leave anything out of your CV, especially if it is relevant to this role or this career path that you're looking to explore. So I say that. But then a question came during the coaching program, and somebody said, "Oh, do you really need to have a professional certification? Do you need to go and do the exams and all of that in order for you to make a successful transition into IT?" Now, my answer to that is yes and no. Now, I know the reason, so I'll talk about the no bit and I'll tell you about the yes later. So, the no bit is the fact that I've come across and I've met people who have been able to make a successful transition into the IT space without necessarily, going through the professional certification route. So, they didn't do any exams, say for instance, project management, they didn't do any Prince 2 certifications and all of that. But then they were able to, they went through a different route. So maybe they got on a course, they got on a coaching program and developed the skills, or even they were self-taught. They did it, they, worked on themselves or went through the whole journey by themselves and were able to succeed, which is fine. But I like to tell my clients that, especially if you're coming from a completely different environment, a completely different space, a non-techie or non-IT space, you want to make sure that all, you are looking for every way, everything that you can do possibly to position you properly so that you're well positioned and you are in an unemployable state, as it were. So that it just means you just need to put your best foot forward. And I say that because I've seen that happen to me. I've seen that happen a lot where, say for instance, in my example, when I first got into IT business analysis a couple of nearly a decade now, so, they had gone through, so this company, it was a university at the time, they had gone through the recruitment process and shortlisted, we had interviewed, and then, I think shortlisted to two of us, so myself and somebody else. And then obviously they had to look for something that would be the differentiator. So something that would obviously differentiate both of us, that would help them, to make that decision. And so I was told that eventually the reason that I was picked, because both of us were very equally strong candidates, but the reason that I was picked was because I had a business analysis foundation. I had that certification. And so that was the game changer. And that was the reason that I was picked. And I've seen that happen in a lot of experiences, a lot of people that I've come across, even when I'm going through CVs and I'm trying to shortlist, I will look for people who have at least made an effort, to do a professional certification, as it were. So I'm not saying that that's the only way. I'm not saying that you will not get the job if you don't have a professional certification. But my point is that it gives you an edge. It gives you an edge. And so I normally will encourage my clients to say, okay, during the course of this program, you should at least, make sure that you're working towards the foundation certification. So let's take an example, IT business analysis. You have the British Computer Society, that is the body, obviously, that actually sort of manages that professional, so the professional body really, or the that manages that professional certification, as it were. So they would there are several textbooks and resources that they have put together, and of course the exams, they manage all of that and mark the exams. So for business analysis, they used to be called ICEB, but they're now called BCS. So for instance, I had to do the business analysis foundation, and when I started, one of the reasons I did that was because I was trying to even get my head around what it meant to be, a business analyst, what it was all about, because it was completely alien to me at the time. And so apart from the fact that it gives you an edge, it also helps broaden your knowledge and understanding around that subject matter, around that career path that you're looking to, that you're exploring. So when one of my clients asked, I said, it is not mandatory, but it gives you an edge. So today I just want to say that now I want to continue from last week where I mentioned, I picked three, I think I called it the easiest routes. I think 3 easy routes into the tech space. And the first one I said was IT project management. The second one, business analysis. And the third, project support or project management office, or some people refer to it as project coordinator as a role. So those three are the easiest, in my experience, from what I've seen, they're the easiest routes that you can actually explore to get into the tech space. Now you can explore any of these three routes, and of course when you then get your foot in the door, you then can decide to maybe specialize or get additional technical competencies, as it were, be under your belt if you want to. So I am saying to you, if you decide that you want to, you want to go this by yourself, you want to go this on your own, especially when you're coming from a completely new space or environment, you want to look at professional certifications. It will give you an edge. It demonstrates a level of seriousness, because anybody who has taken their time to register for these exams, to go through, to prepare, to study, would, to me, it demonstrates seriousness, that yes, you mean business. So that will come across maybe to hiring managers when they're looking at your CV. So I say to you, if you're looking to get into tech, think about getting professional certifications, because that will help broaden your knowledge around that subject area. And then also it demonstrates that level of seriousness when you now start putting your CV out. Now, if you want to know more, like I will always say, reach out to me and I will give you details. Now, let's look at business analysis. What are the key skills that a business analyst would require? So if you're thinking that you want to explore business analysis, you've heard about it, you know it is very lucrative. If you even go as a contractor, when I started, I think I was 350, 400, 450 business analyst roles, and even higher. And if you want to go the permanent role, 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100. So it is obviously very rewarding, okay, from a financial perspective. And also, you know that the tech space gives you that flexibility, which I don't want to go into. So as a BA, I've written out a few things. Now I'm going to talk to you. I'll just call out the key skills of a business analyst. I'm planning also to put together, maybe I will put like a PDF together where I will highlight the key skills and competencies of these three easy routes into IT. And I'll probably add links to where you can actually find additional resources, and even to register for this professional certification. So for the business analysis one, I think I probably have talked about it. As a business analyst, if you have excellent communication skills, facilitation skills, you're analytical, you can manage people, you're a people person, so you know how to manage stakeholders, like we like to call it within the tech environment. So if that's something that is up your street, then business analysis might be what you should be looking at. Now, if you want to also explore the route of getting a professional certification, I will advise you to go on to www.bcs.org. I'll say that again, www.bcs.org, then /certifications. So that is a website where you would find out a lot of resources and information about getting a business analysis certification. So it's not enough for you to say, oh, I'll go on to Udemy, buy £10, £15 course on business analysis. That's okay to start, but you need to do more. You need to position yourself properly. You need to make sure that you're connecting with the right people on LinkedIn. You need to do a professional certification. It gives you an edge, definitely. I will be interested as a hiring manager if I saw a CV that had some professional certification. It demonstrates to me that yes, you are serious and you mean business. Now, so that's for business analysis. Then for project management, so if you have excellent leadership skills, communication, both oral and verbal, oral and written, risk management, you are somebody who can manage costs, you have excellent negotiating skills, critical thinking, and you are able to manage tasks. So you're organized. So project management might be the one for you. So for project management certification, you want to look at Prince 2. So during the program, the weekend program I've been talking about, my coaching program, we covered project management fundamentals. Now, these ladies are looking to get into IT, and the way I run the program is I expose them, I give them opportunity to understand project management and business analysis and project support, because that way they are, they're obviously they're exposed to a broader scope, and so they can actually, it gives them that edge. It makes them more competitive because now they understand, they're developing the skills for project management as well as business analysis, and then even the project support bit. So we expose them to all of these areas. Even at the end of the day, if they decide, they make a final decision that business analysis is what they're looking to go with, but at least they would have gotten a good understanding of what project management and the fundamentals of project management. Because a lot of times organizations are looking to pay, you know how you say, two for the price of one. So you want to see somebody who has excellent project management skills, but maybe the person is a business analyst. Maybe the core of that person's competency or skill is around business analysis, but they are also good project managers. And so they want to see somebody who's a hybrid. So you find yourself, maybe you've been obviously going for a business analysis role and you get the job. But then if an organization finds out that you also know how to project manage, they feel like they've gotten excellent value. Okay, so I went in as a business analyst, but right now I'm actually doing some project management tasks and activities, as it were. And so during my getting into IT program, I expose my clients to picking up these skills and so they know they are very vast, and they can either be hybrids or they can decide to just follow one route. So for project management, Prince 2 is what you should be looking at. So Prince 2, www.prince2training.co.uk. So even if you don't want to go for the full training, you can actually self-study. I think a few of the certifications I did in my early days, I stayed at home and I studied. So I just bought the resources, bought the textbook, and I studied. Then I booked the exams and I went and I wrote those exams. So today I really want to emphasize the importance of professional certifications when you're thinking about, positioning yourself, when you're thinking about how to develop your skills and competencies, how to really make sure that, you are preparing yourself adequately so that you can have an edge. Professional certifications is important. It's not enough to say, well, yes, I have these skills from a previous role, is good as a starting point, but then you now need to build on it so that you're well positioned and you are employable and you are competitive. And so if you then eventually step out because you have done this work on yourself, you have developed yourself. I'm a big believer for self-development. I am always studying. You should check me out on LinkedIn. You'll see all the professional certifications that I've done in the past couple of years, because it is a fast-paced environment, and times are changing and you have to keep adapting. You have to be agile. You have to make sure that you're constantly developing yourself, because that way when the opportunity comes, you will be ready. So professional certifications are very, very important. One, they give you an edge. Two, they give you an opportunity to build your knowledge around the subject matter or the subject area. So that's what I really wanted to cover today. It is important. So don't put it to the side. Don't say, oh, I don't like exams. If you want to get into IT, I will say consider that, because it gives you an edge. But of course, I'd like to caveat the fact that that's not the only route. I'll caveat the fact that there are people who have been able to, get breakthrough even without writing those professional certifications. But if you're somebody coming from a completely different space and you want to make sure that you're competitive and you're giving yourself an edge, consider taking professional certifications. If you want to know more, I've got several links that I can share with you, and you can go and study and do your own research. But definitely is a big win. It's a quick win that you can actually get for yourself whilst you're preparing and working towards making that transition. So before I go, I want to invite you. I think I'll be opening up my waiting list maybe in about a week or two. So we are going to be onboarding another group of people in May. If you think you're interested and you want to come on my Get Into IT program, it's a 6 months program where we coach you, we prepare you, we show you how to build and develop the skills, and make sure that you're well positioned. And also during the course of the program, you're exposed to projects. So you work on projects that would help you to actually develop hands-on experience, which eventually then goes on your CV. I'm also going to be looking at launching a membership site very soon. So make sure that you are tuned in, and if you've got any questions at all, reach out to me and I'll be happy to share with you. Okay, and I believe I also have the links to book a call with me if you want to know more. If you have specific questions about anything that I've spoken about today, feel free to reach out to me. So I will, until I come your way again next Monday, take care and think about what I've said. And I will be posting this in the group. Take care and see you next week. Bye-bye.